Hey, what's up everybody? This is David from Babylon Sector back again with some more Shadowrun. We left off last time. We were looking for some contacts. I sort of thumbed through some of the contacts we'd already made. And I did find the one to give the maglock passkey, so went ahead and bought it. It was like 50,000 new yen, or 45,000 new yen, but this can open up pretty much any door in the game. So that's awesome. And I realized that this is one place that I had not gone to, and this was the Big Rhino. So the Big Rhino is another bar that actually has another Johnson named Mortimer Reed. So we'll see if he has any information or contacts. Cool. So her name is Alessandro Hobbs. I'm sorry, his name is Alessandro Hobbs. So we'll definitely contact him. And we have a Shadowrunner here. I would like a little more muscle, and this guy is all muscle. Armed troll studies you with his largest pupil. Yeah, I definitely want something. I want to hire this guy. So he's only 3 grand. So we're definitely gonna pick this guy up. So he's a troll. And like orcs, trolls are just a result of the change. So we'll take a look and see what his stats are looking like. He's got a shotgun. He's definitely geared towards shotguns. That's really about it. He's fairly dumb. Has no cyberware, so we need to start maybe picking up some cyberware for Joshua and Winston, but that's a good start. So now we're at the maximum amount of people for the party, which I think this is a pretty solid setup. I mean, there's better options for both Deckers and Samurai, but these guys are relatively inexpensive and we can get them trained up quickly. So we'll go ahead and contact Alessandro Hobbs. And you can see the amount of people's names we have are slightly higher. I also did go to the Halloweeners and grab the protection from them, which was like 500 and is really insignificant. But I also got a contact for a Yakuza guy who won't speak to me, of course, which is fine. I need a little more reputation anyway. So here's Alessandro. So I really got ripped off because I paid 50,000 for a level 5, so that's unfortunate, but whatever. So he just kind of gives you some information about corporate extraction runs, which we're not quite ready for yet. But I do want to start getting some cyberware taken care of. So we'll go to Little Chiba, which is an easy one to access. It's in the Redmond Barrens. So if we go to cyberware, and basically Joshua has, all he has is hand raisers. He's Phantom is actually the most decked out guy, and then Winston Mars has nothing. So muscle replacements are one that'll increase strength and quickness. Dermal plating adds just physical strength, and then wired reflexes, which you don't have enough money for. So what I'll do for and it's also affected by our negotiation skill, which is unfortunate for the couple other guys because we really don't have high negotiation skills at all. But at least for Joshua, and one other thing I want to note before I do anything here is that these things stack. So we'll do a dermal plating, and you can see my essence did go down. We'll do a muscle replacement, and for Winston Mars, we'll give him some dermal plating for now, make him a little tougher, because he is starting from kind of far behind. You can see the effects on strength and quickness. I did make a mistake by actually maxing out body, quickness, and well, I didn't max out strength, but if you max those out, or if you don't max them out and then you get dermal plating on top of them, or wire reflexes on top of them, you actually get to raise the ceiling of that stat, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I wanted to get those stats up before I had the money to really deal with any of that. So as you can see, we're down to 6,000, which is crazy considering we had 100,000 new yen just a few minutes ago. So we'll really exploit the Seattle General Hospital a few times and get some more money. But this is the whole reason why we go for this kind of path. It's because stuff starts to become so expensive and we need a way to make money. And this is just, to me, this is the easiest way to make money in the game. But you have to set yourself up well to get there. And like I said, the beauty with this node is I mean, the data store is 3 jumps in. You can sleaze your way past the first 2, and then attacking this one isn't too bad. As far as the level up plan goes, I think for Phantom, it's just going to be continuing to increase the computer skill. It affects my ability to hit. It's going to, I think, affect the damage, and it's going to affect my ability to manipulate the node. So I don't have many failures, you know, like that once I try to extract information. Unfortunately, the karma cost at this point is over 20 to increase it by 1, so this is definitely going to be a slower process. So we only got a couple files there. It's unfortunate. We'll see what we can get for them. But yeah, 4,400, so $4,400. Pretty good.
Passcode accepted.
And the other good thing is, while I do this and while I defeat nodes, well, Winston Mars will be getting some amount of karma, not much, but a little bit to help him level up, because he is starting pretty far from behind. So I mean, this is taking maybe 2 minutes. So if we can average, you know, between 3 and 10,000 a run, I mean, that's a heck of a way to make money. And the good thing is, when you do the same system back to back, it starts to keep track of like its hit points. You can see the information on the side where it's usually just question marks. There is another type of node, or of color and classification. It's red, and I was actually able to get into one earlier, and I got an insane payday. But it's just hard to get to those because those are behind so much ice. Wow, only 1,200 there. It's disappointing. 4 useless files.
Passcode accepted.
But again, this is a really easy one, so we can just keep doing this for a little bit longer and see kind of how much we can make in a short period of time. Having sleeves at 8 is definitely helpful. it just saves that much more time. And this system just can't really handle it. Attack is at the max, unfortunately, so I can't get any more levels of attack. So this is as good as it's gonna get beyond what kind of computer skills I can increase. But you can see it's really not giving me too much trouble, particularly on level 5 nodes. I have defeated a level 6 node. Level 7 I still can't figure out how to get past. I think it's just going to require a higher computer skill. But that'll come in time. Possibly a better deck could help. I mean, it'll help me maybe do things faster, but so 4,900 new yen on that run. You can see we're already starting to roll a little bit here.
Passcode accepted.
One thing I'm not entirely sure about is, as I said earlier, you get karma for every IG defeat. I don't know if sleazing past it actually counts. I guess I could do the math on it, but I'm really not terribly inclined to. It would just be easier just to rack up a bunch of money and kind of go from there. See, not too bad. A couple of misses, but nothing huge. I believe at computer skill 14 maybe, or 12, somewhere relatively close to where we are, you can manipulate these nodes without setting off an alarm, which I'm not doing. See right there, you set off a precaution. So you can basically just browse these at will. I mean, theoretically, you could try to get nothing but 60 meg files, which should pay more. So, not great for those three, but I mean, we're over 20,000 again. So you can see, even with some not great runs, we can still get up relatively quickly. So if we can just get lucky a few times and just snag some files that are worth, you know, 3,000 a piece, you know, and make a big payday, that'd be help us kind of get back to where we want to be. Because I feel like we have the Maglock passkey, we have most of the contacts we want. We're hired up on Shadowrunners. I mean, weapons aren't terribly expensive. I'm not concerned about that. So I think the next step will be to get the Excalibur cyber deck and just have the best cyber deck in the game. And that'll sort of put us in a position to where we can do this at will, which we're already pretty close. But just that much more strength in the cyber deck will help. I believe the one I have now is the third strongest cyber deck in the game. It's the Sega one. But it would still be nice to have that top tier technology. Because it'll come in handy going into like corporate runs where we're set off an alarm, we've gotten into a firefight, you know, I can jack into the matrix within the corporation and shut down those alarms, and anything I can do to help expedite that in that situation will be beneficial. Yeah, like I said in previous videos, this game can get a little repetitive. It's all about grinding and just increasing your your stats. But anybody who's ever, I mean, I've played a decent amount of MMOs in my day. I play EVE Online now. Obviously I played a lot of WoW back, 10 years ago. So I'm no stranger to camping out in front of the computer and doing some pretty repetitive stuff. So this game is pretty much impossible, I think, if you just try to run through the main story. Because I just don't think you can make enough money to get your characters in good positions. I mean, I gotta feel like, let's see what my playtime is on here. I can't really see it. So I'm at about 20 hours in this specific playthrough. So that's a lot of hours, and I haven't even really started the main quest, and I'm still not where we need, I need to be as far as power for the actual party members goes to these corporate runs. So what I'll probably do, at least for the next video, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. What I'm probably going to do for the next video is just grind a bunch offline, and then the next video will probably be
Tab code accepted.
having all these guys leveled up, ready to go to do some corporate runs. Because being completely honest, I could see another 3 or 4 hours of doing what I'm doing right now being sort of necessary. So I think we'll stop the video here. Just to recap, we got our last Shadowrunner, Winston Mars the Troll. We're rebuilding our money after spending a lot on contacts and the Magua passkeys and things like that. So we're getting geared up toward starting to do the higher level content. So thanks for watching, everybody. I think while in the interim, while I'm grinding this out, I think I might do maybe another game. I'm thinking about doing Crusader No Remorse, which is an old mid-90s sort of isometric shooter. So I think I'll probably start on that as well, because right here, I mean, like I said, in this game, it's basically going to be a lot of this until I can get to a point where we can afford the gear and the stats necessary to do corporate runs, because they're absolutely brutal. I mean, they make this look like nothing. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This is David from Babylon Sector. Hit like if you like. Hit subscribe to the channel. Like us on Facebook at Babylon Sector, Twitter at Babylon Sector, Goodreads at Babylon Sector, and yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and see you next time.